Yo, what up? It's Don.
Sammy Lee here. Ooh.
Soul Brothers back up in it.
Ooh, damn.
This is a highly anticipated one.
Ooh.
And they kind of came out of nowhere with this one.
Yes.
The Converse All-Star Pro BB. Of course, the legendary All-Star Pro by Converse. One of the original, if not the original basketball shoe.
Yes.
So when they reinvented this with the help of
Eric Avar. Yes.
We were very psyched, especially because it looks like it took some design cues from the Kobe 360, which had some really dope elements to it. So, I mean, you know, and we saw the aesthetics. We like the aesthetics.
They're dope, yeah. They're dope.
Sam was able to cop a pair. I caught the L.
I got both pairs, and then they canceled my black pair.
Really?
Yeah, I was so mad.
Huh.
I was like, where's my shoe? And they're like, oh, it got canceled. I was like, why didn't you? Anyways, all right.
Yeah.
So it's $140. You can't get it right now. It'll come out during the summer. They'll have a re-release. They said.
StockX or Go.
Oh yeah, you can get it there too. Exactly. So
I think they're going for like maybe $60 over retail.
I think okay.
Something like that.
All right. But yeah, so let's get it started off with the traction. So the traction is like an 80% opacity, milky white. It's still like pretty translucent though. Mm-hmm. Traction is insanely nice, dude.
Really?
On a clean cord, it's so good. Has a nice bite, pretty damn squeaky. You want to do something, shoe freaking stops. Yeah, that's how shoes are supposed to be, you know?
Yeah, it's an interesting pattern.
Very interesting.
I was very suspect when I saw pictures of it, but when you get up close, it's like these diamonds with like a crosshatch in it.
Yeah.
So it kind of opens up and gets a little sharper.
And it's like the original Converse, also.
Kind of like a waffle.
But like, yeah, exactly. But it's like kind of like distorted and stuff. On dust, so it never really broke in that. It broke in a little bit and got a little bit better on dust. But it's still like if you're playing on a dusty setting, it's gonna pick up dust and you're gonna need to wipe. It picks up dust pretty damn fast. So I found myself wiping a lot. You know, like every play or two, I would be like this. But it is a light wipe. You know, it's not like really hard to wipe off the dust. It's just like, boom, you're good to go. But you have to do it pretty frequently. So, I mean, if you're a hooper, you're used to that. You know, like you just wipe your shoes. But it is annoying. I don't like doing that like a lot. So that kind of sucked on the shoe. But and also durability seems like it's gonna be good. I mean, it's a really hard rubber. It's not the deepest grooves, but I feel like it'll be adequate enough to be okay for, I guess, the occasional outdoor use.
Yeah, there's no like really thin, fine tread here.
Yeah.
It's all very thick, so that probably will help it some.
Yes. But overall, traction is really, really, really nice. Top tier. Just watch out for that dust. You're going to be wiping a lot.
Action.
Alright, moving on to the cushion. So the cushion is a React core drop-in. It's a core. It's what it says on their site, and it's not full React, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a drop-in like I just said, and your foot's right on top of that React core. Real nice. It's not as bouncy as I would have liked though. It's not. It has a nice little bounce though. It has a nice little bounce. It both like forefoot and heel. But it's not as soft and as bouncy as the Kobe 360,
right?
You know, and it's more firm, which I like, you know, because like in the Kobe 360, you had that problem of like if you get a really hard impact landing, especially a heel strike, you can really feel the ground and your heel hits that ground because the cushion is a little too soft. This is a little bit firmer, so you don't feel the ground as much. So I guess
it's better for impact protection.
Exactly, a little bit better for impact protection, especially for hard impacts. Court feel is great. You have a nice little bounce. It's really responsive, you know. So everything about this cushion is very, very nice, you know.
Yeah.
I just wish it was a little bit more bouncy. But other than that, you know, great cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Materials, you have a quad fit mesh, and yeah, you feel how thin that is, dude.
It's crazy.
So okay, in the toe area, you have a lot of fuse though. And the fuse is actually kind of nice. You know, you have this white fuse here in the toe, and it kind of goes around the entire shoe. You have this orange underlaying fuse, or this orange material, and then you have a really, really light and thin layer of fuse or synthetic material.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, it almost looks like glue.
Yeah, and then you kind of
But it's real smooth.
Yeah, exactly. And then you kind of end there, and it's just a straight up quad fit mesh here in the medial side, and kind of like in the toe and lateral side. So thin, so minimal. It feels great. The fuse is where needs to be. You know, it's not too intrusive. It's not too much or anything. It's a really just thin layer of fuse, and feels great on foot. Feels actually really nice in hand now that it's broken. It's actually really soft.
And it looks dope to me.
Yeah.
I like the way this looks, like the Kobe 360 upper as well. I mean, it has like this kind of like shiny, plasticky vibe. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, it just looks kind of crazy. It looks different, you know?
Yeah, I just don't like the material here on the medial side. It's more of like that...
it's like a Converse, a canvas.
Exactly. Yeah. And that...
But I like that they threw that in there. Almost just to, like, you know, as an homage to the original.
But it gets so dirty, dude. I mean, look at the quad fit mesh. I don't know if it's because, like, it has holes in it, so it looks slightly black already, so it doesn't look as dirty.
But this fuse is spotless.
Yeah, the fuse is spotless, man. I like that.
That's crazy.
Like my laces, and then this part is so, like, the canvas material is dirty as hell. Like, the inside of the tongue and inside of the shoe is really dirty as well. There's a lot of lint on it.
I like how much they're using, like, these clear kind of overlays. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like an off-white shoe.
Oh yeah,
I kind of like that.
Yeah, but yeah, materials are overall really great. You have the Achilles pillows, it's kind of like an Achilles pillows. It feels great. It helps improve lockdown, which we'll get into. But this part, especially in the Achilles area, was rubbing against my Achilles, and it did like give me a little bit of a rash.
Oh wow!
My skin didn't come off, but it was kind of irritating for the first couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta get used to it and stuff. But that's just a little minor thing. Moving on to the fit. Fit, I went down half a size because I like a really tight and snug fit, and that is really tight. So I would suggest going up half a size, especially if you have a normal width foot. It does run pretty narrow, and it's really tight in the toe area. It's real snug. There's not a lot of toe space, which I like. I like a really nice snug fit. It is pretty damn hard to put this shoe on at first as well. Like the tongue and everything is pretty stiff, and the material is really thin, so it's still like kind of hard to put on. But you know, that's a little minor thing. But fit overall is really great for me. Support in lockdown is good. You have the drop-in midsole, you know, that comes up on the side. You have the sidewall coming up, and also you have a little bit of fuse from the materials, but I feel like the midsole is doing most of that, you know, containing you, caging you in and stuff.
Yeah, it comes up quite a bit to give you a little wall to counter your movements.
Exactly, and lateral, I had no issues with lateral containment. I felt low to the ground, so no issues with lateral instability. I didn't feel like rolling my ankle or anything, and it is a high, and it definitely does feel like a high. I mean, it is a really soft and flimsy material, so it's not the most. I mean, if you're looking for ankle support, it's not the best. But you definitely do feel something on your ankle. You know what I'm saying? So, support in lockdown is great.
Great.
All right, you want to guess the weight?
Is it going to be 10?
Yeah, I think somewhere around there, dude. 10.12.
Ooh.
Very, very light shoe, dude.
Wow.
That's
lightest, crazy, and it's a high.
Yeah, and it's a high, yeah. So it's the lightest shoe you can get right now, I feel like.
Really?
And one of the most minimal shoes you can get right now as well, dude. Insane. So Eric Agoura, and it's like it doesn't sacrifice support or anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's supportive where it needs to be supportive, and super light and minimal where it needs to be super light and minimal. And Eric Agoura did a great job in designing the shoe, man. And another thing that I want to touch on is heel to toe transition. You know, like there's not a lot of heel compression as far as just this part goes, but it doesn't feel very clunky or anything.
Yeah, it's kind of rounded a little bit.
Yeah, it's really rounded.
Which actually helps a lot.
Exactly. And your foot digs into that, you know, react, core, drop-in midsole and stuff. Heel to toe transition is great. Fluid, smooth, and all that. So that's great as well. Step-in comfort is also really good. You know, your foot's right on top of that react. And you can definitely wear these casually, I would say, dude. It looks dope.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really comfortable. So I guess we'll move on to aesthetics. Yeah?
Bangers,
man.
I love them.
Especially this white color. I really like that black colorway as well.
Yeah.
So there's that. Ventilation, you guys already know. Ventilation is crazy good. I mean, in the toe area, because of that fuse, you don't get a lot of airflow, but there's still, like, on the medial and kind of in the toe and lateral side, you have that straight up quad fit mesh. And that's really well ventilated. So
yeah, break-in time is pretty much 0 or
0. Yeah. I mean the traction a little. I mean it's good right out the box, but it gets a little bit better on dust. So you need to break that in just a little bit. But everything else is good right out the box.
Right. Durability.
I mean outsole seems good. I don't know about the upper. I mean upper seems good right now, but it does seem a little flimsy.
It's so thin that it's hard to imagine it lasting forever, but
we'll have to see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play these a lot. You know,
I guess that's it.
Yes, 140. Get them, dude.
Wow.
These are freaking nice, and they're so nice. I don't even mind wiping that much. You know, I don't like wiping on dust, but you know, I just wiped it a really quick wipe, and I was good to go. Everything else about the shoe is insanely good. I loved it, and I feel like you guys should get it as well. You know, it does suck that the cushion is not as bouncy or as soft as I thought it would be, but it's still adequate. It's still really nice, and yeah. There you go, Converse All-Star Pro BB. When it comes out in a couple months, when they re-release it, go ahead and cop a pair too.
Yeah.
These are super nice. But anyways, that's the review. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.